My name is Arvian. I'm 34 years old. I own 3 boutique hotels across the coast. People think I'm lucky. They don't know the cost. I met Alara 7 years ago at a charity gala. She wore a blue dress. Her smile made the room disappear. We married 2 years later. She was my everything. Our life looked perfect from the outside. Morning coffee together, weekend drives, late night conversations about dreams. She worked as a yoga instructor. I traveled for business. But we always made time. She'd text me photos of sunsets. I'd send her voice notes from airport lounges. We had routines, small traditions, Friday movie nights, Sunday pancakes. I thought we were solid, unbreakable. But then I started noticing things, small things, her phone screen always facing down, new passwords. She stopped asking about my trips. Her laugh sounded different, forced. She joined a new wellness community. Meditation retreats, spiritual healing circles. I supported it. I wanted her happy. She talked about her instructor a lot, a man named Darian. She said he helped her find inner peace. I believed her. One night she told me she needed space, a solo retreat, 2 weeks in the mountains, time to reconnect with herself. I kissed her forehead. I said go. I trusted her, but then small things started to change. The first sign came 3 days after she left. I called her, no answer. I texted. She replied hours later. In silent meditation, can't talk. Fair enough, I gave her space, but something felt wrong. My gut wouldn't settle. I checked our shared credit card. There were charges, expensive dinners, wine, a couple's spa package, couple's spa, for a solo retreat. I called the retreat center. They had no record of Alara, no booking, no guest by that name. My chest tightened. My hands shook. I called her again. Voicemail. I texted. Nothing. Then my friend Marco sent me a screenshot. He saw Alara's Instagram story. She posted a sunset photo. The location tag said Clearwater Bay. Clearwater Bay. That's where my newest hotel is, the Azure Pearl, my hotel. I stared at my phone. My heart pounded. Why would she be there? Why would she lie? I called my hotel manager. I asked him to check the guest list. He called back in 10 minutes. There's a booking under the name Darian Moss, he said. Suite 12, Ocean View, 2 guests. 2 guests. I couldn't breathe. I sat down. The room spun. I asked him to send me the booking details. He did. Darian Moss and Alara Moss. They checked in as a married couple. My wife. My wife was using another man's last name. I wanted to scream. I wanted to drive there, burst into the room, demand answers. But I didn't. I stayed calm. I had to think. I pulled up the hotel security system on my laptop. Every room has discrete cameras in hallways. I checked Suite 12. I saw them. Alara and Darian, walking hand in hand, laughing, kissing in the hallway. My blood turned cold. My vision blurred. I watched her lean into him, the way she used to lean into me. I called my lawyer that night. I told him everything. He said to gather evidence. Be smart. Don't act on emotion. I couldn't sleep. I replayed every moment, every lie. Every time she said, I love you. The next morning, I got a text from Alara. Missing you. This retreat is so healing. I almost threw my phone. Marco came over. He saw my face. He said, what are you going to do? I looked at him. I said, I'm going to give them the retreat of their lives. But they made one mistake. They thought I was broken. I didn't want revenge. I wanted justice. I wanted them to feel what I felt. Exposed, humiliated, caught. I called my hotel manager. His name is Vincent. He's loyal, discreet. I told him the situation. He didn't judge. He just asked what I needed. Upgrade them, I said. Presidential suite, complimentary, make them feel like royalty. He paused. Sir? Just do it. I'll explain later. I wanted them comfortable, confident, careless. Vincent called them. He said there was a mix-up. Their suite was double booked, but the hotel wanted to apologize. Free upgrade, presidential suite, ocean terrace, private jacuzzi, champagne included. They accepted immediately. I watched through the security feed. They were grinning, hugging, taking selfies in the upgraded suite. My wife, in my hotel, celebrating her betrayal. I made a list. Every detail mattered. I had 2 weeks to plan, 2 weeks before they checked out. First, I called my IT guy. I asked him to access the suite's smart TV system. Every TV in my hotels runs through a private network. I can control them remotely. Second, I contacted a private investigator. I needed proof. Photos, timestamps, everything documented. For the divorce, for the truth. Third, I reached out to Alara's family. Her parents, her sister. I invited them to the hotel. I told them it was a surprise celebration. They didn't know what for yet. I also invited my friends, my business partners, people who knew us as a couple. I told them I was hosting a small gathering. They all agreed to come. Then I prepared the final piece, a video montage, photos of me and Alara, our wedding, our trips, our promises, overlaid with timestamps of her lies, her messages to me, her location with Darian. I didn't want to destroy her. I wanted her to see herself. Vincent kept me updated. Darian and Alara ordered room service every night. Expensive wines, lobster, desserts. They charged everything to the room. I approved every charge. I wanted the bill to grow. On their last night, I arrived at the hotel. I checked into a private office suite. I didn't go near them, not yet. I texted Alara. "Hey love, hope you're here finding peace. Can't wait to see you tomorrow." She replied, "Me too. This has been life-changing." Life-changing. She had no idea. That evening, I told Vincent to invite them to a special guest appreciation dinner. Complimentary, exclusive, only for VIP guests. They agreed. Of course they did. Free food, free wine. They thought they were untouchable. The dining hall was set up beautifully. Candles, roses, soft music. About 30 people were there. Friends, family, colleagues. Alara and Darian walked in. She froze when she saw her parents, her sister, my friends. I watched from the back. Her face went pale. Darian looked confused. Then the lights dimmed. The screen behind the main table lit up. The video started playing, our wedding vows. Her voice. "I promise to love you, honor you, be faithful." Then it cut to her Instagram post, timestamps, from this trip. Her with Darian. The lies. The room went silent. Her mother gasped. Her father stood up. Alara's eyes filled with tears. She looked around, searching for me. I stepped forward. I walked to the front. I didn't say anything. I just looked at her. Darian tried to leave. My security stopped him, politely, firmly. I finally spoke. My voice was calm, steady. "This hotel is mine. Every room, every camera, every bill you charged. I own it." Her face crumbled. She whispered, "Arvian." I shook my head. "You wanted a retreat. I gave you one. Now everyone knows who you really are." I turned to leave. I didn't need to say more, but what came next changed me forever. Alara tried to follow me. She was crying, reaching for my arm. I pulled away. I walked out of the dining hall. My chest was tight. My hands shook. Vincent stopped her at the door. Security escorted her and Darian back to their suite. They weren't allowed to leave until morning. Hotel policy, unpaid charges. I sat in my office, alone. The adrenaline faded. My body felt heavy. I expected to feel victorious, satisfied. But I just felt empty. My phone buzzed. Texts poured in. Friends, family. Her sister sent me a long message. "I'm so sorry. We had no idea." Her parents called. Her father apologized. Her mother cried. They said they raised her better. They were ashamed. I didn't want their apologies. I just wanted the truth to be seen. And now it was. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept replaying the look on Alara's face, the shock, the humiliation. Part of me felt justified. She deserved it. She lied. She betrayed me. But another part of me felt wrong. Like I'd gone too far, like I'd become someone I didn't recognize. Marco called me around midnight. "You okay, man?" I didn't know how to answer. I did what I had to do. He was quiet. Then he said, "Yeah, but did it help?" I hung up. I didn't want to think about it. The next morning, Alara left the hotel. Vincent sent me the checkout report. She paid the bill, over $6,000, room, food, drinks, spa treatments. She paid with her own card, the one I never monitored. I guess she had money saved. Money I didn't know about. I wondered what else I didn't know. How long had this been going on? Was Darian the first? Did she ever love me? I got a letter 3 days later, handwritten, from Alara. It was delivered to my office. I almost threw it away, but I opened it. She wrote, Arvian, I don't expect forgiveness. I don't deserve it. I know what I did. I destroyed us. I destroyed you. I wish I could explain why, but I can't. I was lost, selfish, stupid. Darian wasn't the answer. He was just an escape. From myself, from my fears. I thought I needed something new, something exciting. But all I needed was to be honest. With you. With me. I'm so sorry. I'll regret this forever. You deserved better. You deserve the truth. I hope one day you find peace. I hope you find someone who loves you the way you loved me. Because you loved me fully, and I threw it away. I'll carry that shame for the rest of my life. I'm sorry, Arvian. I'm so sorry. I read it twice, then I put it in a drawer. I didn't respond. I didn't know what to say. My lawyer finalized the divorce papers 2 weeks later. Alara signed without a fight. She didn't ask for anything. No money, no property. She just let go. I thought that would bring closure, but it didn't. I threw myself into work, opened a fourth hotel, expanded the business, traveled constantly. I avoided relationships, avoided trust. My friends tried to set me up. Blind dates, dinners. I went to a few, they were nice, but I couldn't connect. I couldn't let anyone in. Months passed. I sold the Azure Pearl, the hotel where it happened. I couldn't look at it anymore. Every room reminded me of her, of them. I moved to a new city, started fresh, new apartment, new routines. I thought distance would help, but the anger stayed, the bitterness. I replayed the betrayal every night. I couldn't let it go. Then one day, I was cleaning out my office. I found the letter again, Alara's letter. I read it differently this time. She wasn't making excuses. She was owning it. She was broken too. And I realized something. My revenge didn't fix me. It didn't heal the wound. It just made me angrier, colder. I called Marco. I told him I wasn't okay, that I hadn't been okay for a long time. He said, "You need to forgive her, man. Not for her. For you." I didn't think I could, but I started trying. I went to therapy. I talked about the betrayal, the pain, the revenge. My therapist asked me, "Did exposing her bring you peace?" I said no. She said, "Then what will?" I didn't know, but I started looking. I stopped checking Alara's social media. I stopped asking friends about her. I deleted her number. I let her go. It wasn't instant. It took months. But slowly, the anger faded. The bitterness softened. I started dating again. Carefully. Slowly, I met someone kind, patient, someone who didn't rush me. Her name was Isabel. She didn't ask about my past. She just saw me, present me. And for the first time in a year, I smiled, really smiled. I realized something important. Alara's betrayal wasn't the end of my story. It was just a chapter, a painful one, but not the final one. And that's when I realized this story wasn't about them anymore. 2 years later, I got a message from Alara. I almost didn't open it, but curiosity won. She wrote, "Hi, Arvian. I know you don't want to hear from me. I understand, but I needed to tell you something. I'm in therapy now. I've been going for over a year. I'm working on myself, facing the things I ran from. I hurt you. I know that. I hurt myself too. I just wanted you to know I'm trying to be better. Not for you, for me. I hope you're okay. I hope you're happy. You deserve that. Take care." I stared at the message. I didn't feel anger. I didn't feel sadness. I just felt neutral, like she was a stranger now. I didn't reply. I didn't need to, so her journey was hers. Mine was mine. Isabel asked me about it that night. I told her everything. The betrayal, the revenge, the aftermath. She listened. She didn't judge. She just held my hand. "Do you regret it?" she asked. I thought about it. The revenge, the public humiliation, the pain I caused. "I regret how it changed me," I said. "I became bitter, cold, That wasn't me. She nodded. But you're not that person now. She was right. I wasn't. I'd healed. Slowly, imperfectly. But I'd healed. I sold another hotel that year. I donated the money to a foundation for betrayed spouses, for people rebuilding their lives. It felt right. I started mentoring young entrepreneurs, sharing my story. Not the revenge part, the rebuilding part. I told them, betrayal doesn't define you. How you heal does. I married Isabel a year later. Small ceremony, close friends, no drama, just love. On our wedding day, Marco pulled me aside. He said, "You made it, man. You really made it." I smiled. I had. Not because I got revenge, but because I chose peace. I think about Alara sometimes. I don't hate her. I don't love her. I just acknowledge her. She was part of my story, a painful part. But not the whole story. I learned something through all of this. Revenge feels good in the moment, but it doesn't heal. It just delays the pain. Real strength isn't in exposing someone. It's in choosing yourself, your healing, your future. Alara taught me what I didn't want. Isabel showed me what I deserved. And I deserved peace. I deserved trust. I deserved love that didn't hide. I still own 2 hotels. I work hard, but I don't live there. I live in my life, in my marriage, in my present. Some nights I drive past the Azure Pearl, the hotel I sold, the place where my old life ended. I don't feel sadness anymore. I feel gratitude, because that ending made space for a new beginning. Betrayal broke me. It shattered everything I believed, but it also rebuilt me, stronger, wiser, freer. I don't wish pain on Alara. I hope she finds her peace, just like I found mine. Because in the end, this story wasn't about revenge. It was about choosing myself, choosing healing, choosing to believe in love again. And I did. I do. Sometimes revenge isn't payback. It's peace. And peace isn't found in hurting others. It's found in freeing yourself. I'm free now. Finally, completely free. That's my story. The betrayal, the revenge, the healing. I didn't tell you this for sympathy. I told you because maybe you've been there too. Maybe someone you trusted broke you. Maybe you're still carrying that weight. If you are, I want you to know something. You'll survive this. Not today, not tomorrow. But one day you'll wake up and the pain won't own you anymore. Revenge might feel necessary. I understand that. I lived it. But revenge won't fix the wound. Only time, therapy, and choosing yourself will. You deserve better than someone who lies, who hides, who breaks promises, and better is coming. I promise you, it came for me. It'll come for you too. Don't let betrayal turn you bitter. Don't let it steal your ability to trust, to love, to hope. That's letting them win twice. Heal, choose peace, choose yourself. That's the real revenge, becoming someone better than the pain they caused. If this story helped you, if it made you feel less alone, leave a comment. Tell me your story. I read every one. We're all healing together. And if you want to hear more real stories like this, stay with me. Subscribe. Turn on notifications. Because I'm not done sharing. There's more truth to tell. Life is hard. Betrayal is real. But so is healing. So is love. So is second chances. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. You're not alone in this. None of us are. Take care of yourself. Protect your peace. And remember, your story isn't over. This is just the chapter where you become who you were always meant to be. See you in the next one.